The ATF got smacked with a preliminary injunction against their final rule concerning 80% lowers. And now FPC and many others gear up to fight them for pistol braces. We'll talk about that, your questions, and a whole lot more. Coming right up. What's up, folks? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Good to see you. Man, I'm excited to be here once again on the Tuesday night for the Tuesday night Fireside Chat. Build this tribe in the house, man. I'm just excited. It's been a long week, as you can tell, coming in hot. We're still doing some preparing. And, I was telling Weapon that I really didn't know exactly what subject that I was going to speak about or that we should talk about. I kind of had a subject in mind. But as the week went by, that kind of fell to the wayside. And we'll go into more about that because it kind of directly relates to the subject of tonight. And tonight we're going to be talking about how the ATF got smacked with a preliminary injunction out of Texas. It's just a good victory for us, the Second Amendment Foundation and everything. And we'll talk a little more about them in a little bit. But before we get to that, let's get through some housekeeping, guys. If this is your first time on the chat tonight, or if this is your first time joining in, welcome. Thank you for joining us. You could be doing so many more things at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night, but you chose to join us, and we really appreciate it. And if you have not, as of yet, joined us on the forum, go ahead and over to the forum and join us over there. It's called thebuilderstribe.org. We talk about everything 80% or building in general, whether it's a Gucci build, whether it's a plain Jane, whether it's a custom. We talk about it all. If you have any questions, we can answer them over there. So go ahead over there, log in. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. Just create an account and join us and ask questions. When you join us, go ahead and introduce yourself. We got a special section just for introductions. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Everybody is family over there. So let's go with that. So with that being said, we don't have any announcements tonight. We do have some stuff coming up, but you know what? We got a show tonight that we're probably going to need all the time. So I don't want to waste any more time with any announcements that are small and insignificant compared to what we're going to talk about tonight. So with that being said, I want to introduce my man, my boy. He keeps me straight. We talk every day because he keeps me on my toes about this building thing. So I just want to introduce Mr. Man, the weapons master or the master builder, Mr. Weapon XYZ. What's going on, my dude?
What up, people? How's everybody doing tonight?
We're just excited, just like you.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
Oh, man. I tell you what, man. What's been going on with you this week? It's been a good week for you?
Yeah, it's been a good week, man. It's been a good week.
Hey, look, listen, before we get into the roll call for tonight, guys, doesn't he look great? I mean, that face is slimming down. I was starting to believe that he kind of squished in his video feed, but this dude is losing weight by the pound, by the minute, man. I tell you what,
thanks, bro.
I just want to say congratulations on your weight loss. I'm going to be joining you
Appreciate
real
it,
soon. So who we got in the tribal council tonight? Who we got sitting in the chat?
Yeah, let me go through them here real quick. We got Mr. Vino in the house.
Mr. Vino, what's up, man? Usual
Hawk
suspects,
guy.
of course. What's up, Hawk? Good to see you, man.
Darth Dab in the house.
Darth Dab. Yep.
Madam's in the house.
Matt, what's going on, Mr. Dude? Good to see you.
Ryan Lewis.
Ryan Lewis, that's a new name, isn't it? Welcome, Ryan. Thank you for joining us, my man.
We'll get into that, and we'll get into what that means, Ryan, when we get back.
Yep. We're gonna get into the details of that. Yep.
Bernie in the house.
Mr. Bernie, what's going on? Good to see you.
Ricky Cash.
Ricky, thanks for joining us, man. That's a new name also, man. Thanks for joining us. Hey, listen, guys, tell you what, like I said, if you're just joining us and you have a question, do me a favor. If you have a question for us, Ryan, we see your question. We're going to get to your question immediately. But if anyone else has a question while we're talking, sometimes it's hard for us to catch it. So put 4 question marks before your question And then that way we know your question's there and we can get to it. We can pull it out and get to your question and answer it, because we don't want to miss anyone. Now, if you just want to ask a question of the usual suspects in the tribal council in the chat, just go ahead and ask your question. They're always paying attention. They'll answer it, and we'll just keep moving. So with that being said, man, have you seen any of the videos this week on the preliminary injunction weapon?
Oh yeah. I've watched a few.
Yeah, I've watched a few, but I've talked more with people about it, and I want to get back to Ryan's question. Does that mean the injunction only applies in that district, jurisdiction, and nationwide? And that is a very, very good question. I had the same exact question immediately upon seeing it, and Mr. Weapon answered it for me. So, with Mr. Weapon, go ahead and answer that for the young man.
Nationwide. That is not just a district. That is nationwide. And let me clarify it, that this means this stops the ATF's August of 2022 ruling. It doesn't kill it. It still exists, but the chances of this going through now are slim to none. Preliminary injunction, the chances of them getting that stricken and continuing with their ruling, usually if preliminary injunctions filed, chances are effing slim. Now, what that also means going forward is that it's going to take away a lot of their credibility. Keep in mind that this is the same court that the brace ruling is in right now as well. So this is a good win for us in both fields. It was also the same court that the bump stock ruling got stricken down in as well. So let's bear that in mind. Stay positive about it. This is a big win for us. Huge win.
Yeah, I agree, man. It just it's usually when preliminary injunctions come down, they stick. In the past, they have stuck, and now they're reeling, and now they're focusing, because they can't do much about it because it was active immediately. They're focusing all their efforts on the pistol braces, which we'll get into in a little bit. But I wanted to acknowledge a couple of comments that we have here. Ricky, first time viewer, man, thanks for joining us, dude. Hopefully you'll get some value out of what we talk about, and go ahead and look at all of the previous. You find some information on there. If you got any questions, let us know. Ricky, first time new builder, man, welcome, dude. Welcome. Because if you have any questions, again, let us know. Go on over to the forum and click on there. We have a resources page over there. Mr. Hawkeye has several blogs over there. He can help you figure some of the little things out, help you get ahead where we made the mistakes. You can get past those. Just feeding off of all of the members over there. So thanks, guys, and welcome. All right. So,
and Ricky, it's definitely an interesting time to be getting into building.
Yeah, for sure.
It's interesting.
For sure. When can we see real 80% frames?
As a matter of fact, I know a few people that have reached out to Paul and Rady, and they're just waiting on their lawyers to say, do it.
Well, some of you may have been wondering why we hadn't put out the topic for the week before a couple hours ago. That was because today's subject was going to be on the polymer 80 76% frame. And a lot of people have been trying it. There's been a lot of fails. And Weapon sent me a bunch of pictures, and I was gonna put it up, and I spent hours looking at this thing, trying to figure it out, because one, I don't have any money to waste, so I'd rather not build it if I'm going to destroy it. I tossed around a bunch of different methods or ideas on how to do it. And while I probably could have pulled it off or could pull it off, I was going to use your favorite tip on the burner, Mr. Weapon, the flat one that you always use from OT Defense. That actually would do it. I could cut it out with just that because I cut up a whole spare frame with just that tip. And just before I started to do it, the injunction came down. I was like, what's the return policy on this thing? So I'm returning that frame. I'm not even gonna try it. I'm not even gonna try it. You know, you can call me a punk. I don't care.
I can
I'm
tell
not wasting
you,
money.
You know,
I'm not gonna waste the money. It's a headache.
I can be that guy that says, you know, if I had one, I know how I'd do it, you know, but we've all seen that, right? We've all been on the forums. We've all seen the people that are like, well, I would use a cucumber and a dill pickle, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'd get my cousin to loan me her fake teeth, you know, or some weird shit. But like, in all actuality, I think I'd go at it with a pair of snips and a chisel tip X-Acto knife.
Well,
and then clean up the residual with a Dremel carving bit. It's the only way that I can see it going about. And then, of course, you know, your typical wet sand. But
that's definitely going to work on the top levels, but it goes all the way, you know, all the way down to where the rear rail.
Yeah, I know it goes in that curved.
It goes all the way down.
Yeah, I know.
All the way down into it, and you got to clear all of that. And I'm like, I don't have a tip that'll go that deep in there. Yeah, that's
what I would use the chisel tip X-Acto blade for.
Yeah.
You don't have to take the whole thing out in one pass, just a little layer by layer until you get it down to the
that's easily said and done. That shit's hard.
That would be the right. And like I said, I can say that as like the guy I know how I would do it. Whoa.
I put it in the heat in the burner. It still would not melt the polymer. Even with the burner on the tip. I mean, you saw the picture, the tip was blued. Yeah. It would not cut through it. And I even tried it. I tried it on several different frames. Now it will shave if you're not trying to cut straight through. If you're just trying to shave off little by little, you'll eventually get it. But guess what? To go down in with the burner, now you have, because the whole burner tip gets hot. Right?
Right.
So trying to get down into it and not have that burner hit it is almost impossible.
Yeah,
it's almost impossible. So to try and use the burner, I said, nope, not going to do that because I'm going to end up taking out part of the frame with the burner.
So the spot that I'm seeing the most damage happening to it when people are trying to take out that trigger grid. That's what I'm going to refer to it as, the trigger grid.
Yeah, I think some people are calling it the bridge or something like that.
The bridge.
Whatever.
When they're trying to take out that trigger grid, is they end up taking out that section right in front of the trigger housing area.
Mm-hmm.
It's that spot basically in between the trigger housing section and the actual trigger guard or trigger area.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are damaging and fucking jacking that thing up by trying to go in there with the Dremel, of course. Seen a lot of people trying to use Dremel sanding drums, folks. No,
I know. I have a couple of tips that I could absolutely get it without damaging. Once I get most of it out, I just wasn't willing to take the chance. And Hawkeye, that's exactly what I did. I put the blade in my stippling iron, and you know the neck on the stippling iron, because you only have about a ½ inch worth of blade. And it's about 1.5 inches deep to get to the bottom, right? So now you have a whole inch of the neck of the iron. You know what? I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my iron suit. So, you know, so I can, because some people don't know what we're talking about. Give me a second. I'm going to go get my iron.
Yeah, they look like trouble. Like I said, I say that what I said to Ram and being as like everybody else, I look at it like how would I attack that, but at the same point in time, I don't have one in front of me. I'd never planned on buying one of those frames to begin with, if I'm being quite honest. What a hunk of crap. Yeah, Hawkeye, familiar with the game operation. You know, Hawkeye, I'm sure you could just rig in essentially any X-Acto blade, even like a super long one, as long as it fits in the holder. Show of hands, anybody here in the chat other than Ram who picked up one of the 76% frames? Anybody who was brave enough to venture that challenge?
In answer to your question, there is a blade that is long enough, but it uses a different, it's wider blade. I have one, and I wish I had brought it in here with me. Be right back. I'll be right back. I do have it. Let me go grab it.
Anybody in here picked up one of the 76% frames? Yeah, Dav, that's a really good way to put it. 4% more work for 400% more headache.
All right, guys. All right. So yeah, 4% more work, 400% more headache. Yep, for sure. All right. So this is the burner. All right. And it has the tip on it. As you can see, it's blued because I had to heat it up as high as it'll go. Now, this blade is only about maybe 3/4 of an inch. All right. Now it goes down inside the frame about an inch to an inch and a half. All of this whole neck gets hot, every bit of it. So when you go down inside the frame, now you can go down but so far and you'll get it. But when you try to get all the way to the bottom, all of this is going to have to go down inside where the trigger housing goes. If it touches any side, you're done.
Right.
You're done. You can't, I mean, you have to thread the needle. And now, mind you, you're going to have to move the blade to get it to cut. So it's not like you can just go down straight in there and it'll just cut. You have to move it. So the chances of this hitting the inside of your frame and melting something that should not be melted, slim to none.
Yeah.
All right. Now, in answer to Hawkeye's question about
I agree
long
with
enough
you,
blade,
Hawkeye.
I
don't have plans to build anything anytime soon, but I wouldn't mind the challenge.
Yeah, I thought about that too. I thought about keeping it for the challenge, but anyway, money's tight. Now, this one is absolutely long enough to reach. You see how long that is? And it's curved. So my thought was to use this one. See if I can get it to focus. I can't get it to focus. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right. So the problem is the neck, this part here, does not fit down inside there. It's too wide. So you can't heat this one up.
What if you grind it down to make it fit?
You could grind it down.
How much do you have to grind off? Doesn't look like there would be much. I mean,
You
I'm
could
looking at
grind
the
it. You
size
could
of it
absolutely
compared to
grind
it.
it down. And I thought about that also. It's like, the challenges. Do I really want to go through them? All right, give me a second. I'm putting this right next to it. So it's about a good quarter of an inch. It's about a quarter of an inch thicker.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So you'd have to take an eighth of an inch off of both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, as long as the eyelet hole that holds
yeah.
holds the retention is still there, should be fine.
So yeah, about an eighth of an inch off both sides. Anyway, I decided, I got too many builds going on to worry about it. I mean, got our build to finish. But now that it's looking like we're not going to have to worry about it, I'm sending it back. Yeah. Now, that's if Davidson Defense, because you're right, Delta Team Tactical is owned by Davidson Defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to get a return authorization number in order to send it back.
Yeah.
Of course, they haven't contacted me to give me a return authorization number. So I might end up having to keep it anyway. So, but yeah, so that's, I just, like I said, I just wasn't brave enough to throw $70 down the drain.
No, I don't blame you.
I mean, it's going to cost me a restocking fee, but it's going to be end up being about $14. So 14 versus 70.
Right.
But if I end up keeping it, I will build it. So I'll keep you posted. If I end up keeping it because they don't contact me, I will build it. So anyway, with that being said, but yeah, the Second Amendment Foundation and several other people, and give me 1 second because I knew I forgot to do something. Were there any other questions that I missed while I was away?
No, nothing that's popped up.
All right, cool. But it was something. What am I missing? I was going to say something in reference to the frames. I can't remember now. But anyway, let's talk about the pistol braces. Now, pistol braces, FPC and several other people, and again, I don't want to start naming a bunch of people. FPC is in my mind because I saw their email before we came live. So but they're fighting against the pistol brace rule because it too is unconstitutional. The ATF just can't flip-flop because the president says, yeah, you were wrong before. Now we're going to make you change it. And they don't have the authority to change it. I mean, they could change their opinion on it, but I mean, it's not a law either way. They can't make laws. And they're going to run into, the problem is, the government will throw money at it until we can't throw money at it anymore. Unless we find judges that just don't agree with it. So I think it's great that we found the judge. His name is Judge Reed O'Connor. And, the Second Amendment Foundation, guys, if you want to support them, go over to saf.com. The Second Amendment Foundation, Adam Crowder's over there. If you've ever watched the Gun Collective and, prior to 2021, and they had the legal brief, Adam Kraut, who used to run the legal brief over there. He is the chairman over at Second Amendment Foundation. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on his exact title. Let's just say he's in charge over there. And he knows what he's talking about. He's been a Second Amendment advocate and a Second Amendment lawyer for years. Go over to the Second Amendment Foundation, donate to help them out, or donate to, the FPC, or, Gun Owners of America, GOA. Just, put your money behind people that are actually fighting the fight. If you're going to put your money somewhere, there's we all know the NRA is not doing anything. We all know there are other foundations out there that's not doing anything. I've had several people contact me about joining their foundations, or but I always ask them, okay, what are you doing in the fight for the Second Amendment? That's my first question.
Mhm.
That's really my only question. What are you doing to join the fight? What are you doing? And John Patton brought up a very, very good what do you call it? Point about the gun manufacturers. You know, they want us to buy their stuff. They want us to, you know, spend our money. But when it comes time to fight for things like the pistol, well, one, they, my opinion on the gun manufacturers, they don't want polymer 80 or any of the other 80% to even exist.
No. Take
So
money
they're
out of
not
their
going to, they're
pocket.
not going to join that fight because they're directly related to being in their pocket. Because if we can build our own, we don't have to buy theirs. Now, there are certain ones I'm going to buy. I got my eye on a Smith & Wesson right now. I'm trying to figure out if I could sell my equalizer to get that one. But hi, how you doing? I know she can't hear me, but tell her we can hear her. Anyway, is she gonna come on camera and talk to us?
No.
No, she's not gonna come talk to us.
No.
Oh Lord. Okay. Anyway,
She's jamming out in the background with her heads on or their headphones on. I'm dying. Hold on.
Jeez. Anyway, she didn't realize she said that on the outside.
All I hear in the background is whoop, there it is. I was just like, what?
Anyway,
Oh shit.
Now I lost my train of thought. I was talking about the manufacturers. They don't want the 80% lowers anyway. But when it comes to the pistol braces, there's very few that have even said anything, but they want us to keep spending money. Even the companies that like Daniel Defense and all of these other companies that have been selling AR-15s with braces, they simply just took the braces off. If you look at any website, you see the same rifles with braces, with no braces, or the same pistols. I'm sorry, you see the same pistols with just a buffer tube, no braces, but they haven't joined the fight against the brace rule. So John said simply, you know, when companies, you know, approach you about buying their stuff, simply ask the question, what are you doing to fight the tyranny against the Second Amendment? That's a very interesting question.
No, absolutely.
Because we're spending our money with these companies that won't fight for our rights because it don't affect them. Some of them, it's like, oh, it doesn't affect us, so we don't need to be in that fight, or we don't even need to have comment on it.
Especially when you're looking at some of the larger companies that make most of their money off of military and independent, you know, security contracting and police force. They don't make a lot of their money off of, you know, civilian sales.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff like, you know, brace rules and frame rules and receiver rules and stuff doesn't really affect them as much as it does others, because they can still sell that rifle with the brace, you know, by the crate load to, you know, your local law enforcement or some form of military outfit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's why I'm not an NRA member anymore. Yeah. I wish I had I wish I had the option of not being an NRA member right now, but we got some things happening in Virginia. When it comes time to renew, I'm done. They kind of forced me to.
Yeah, you had to do that
membership.
I
had to
training. Yeah,
for my training. Yeah, I had to get an NRA membership in order to get my certification for to teach NRA. Now, I could have said no and not gotten a certification, No problem. That would have been fine for me. However, there are certain counties in Virginia that won't accept USCCA certification and training in order for people to get their concealed carry permit. And no one asked me to do it, but I didn't want students coming to me to get training, and I could not train them because of where they lived, and it didn't accept USCCA. The investment was worth it for me if I could help anyone that came to me for training. Now, that's I'm not asking for a pat on the back. That's not a big thing. That's not what it's about. But the NRA forced us to have a membership. USCCA, they ask you, become a member. You don't have to, though, to be an instructor at the USCCA. Now, it makes sense to become a member, because guess what?
Right.
If you become an official partner, which is also free, they give you your membership. They don't charge you for membership. They say, hey, here's this membership, top of the line. Now they give you the top tier, because I was on the bottom tier with USCCA. They bumped me up all the way to the top for free. But the NRA is like, no, give us your $35 or you get no certification. It kind of pissed me off, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But they're not doing anything for the Second Amendment. So guess what? A bill just passed, and it's going to the governor to be signed into law to allow that makes every county in Virginia accept USCCA as a form of training for concealed carry permit.
Good.
So when that happens, I'll let my NRA lapse again. Bye-bye, because I don't need to use you. Now, no, North Carolina's the same. So I don't need NRA after this year. But anyway, he walked away from NRA last century. Yeah. Before this, I only had it because it was free when I got my Taurus. Anyway, moving on. So back to pistol braces. The companies that are now not selling their guns with pistol braces still aren't doing anything to help the fight. Now, not all of them. Some of them are. This is not an all-inclusive statement. I don't know every company that is in the fight. I just know some that aren't. And there's not enough that are. So that's my opinion. So
it's true.
A lot of the time we're going to have to fight this fight, almost by ourselves. And the best way to fight for us on this level with boots on the ground are just everyone, people like Ricky. Ricky, man, thanks for coming in, man. And if you have any other questions, let us know. People like Ricky, people like what's the other new gentleman name? Ryan. Coming in, invite your friends into this chat on Tuesday nights if you find value. Invite your friends in here, and definitely go over to the Tribe, guys. If this is your first time watching, if you're first time on, if you're sitting in the background, go over to builderstribe.org, download the app, join us. If you have new builds, you have old builds, you have any builds, post them up in the gallery. We have a gallery in there, so you can post up. You can post your shotgun, your AR, your Gucci build, your plain Jane, your custom like Hawkeye. Hawkeye is going to dominate the custom right now, but I'm working on putting a few out there. You can do it. So, but if you're getting value from this show, go ahead and smash the thumbs up, because it helps us in the algorithm. And when I do put it out ahead of time, it helps with getting the word out to more people. And we're probably low on numbers tonight because it took so long for me to get it out. But I didn't want to go down the road of the subject, and I already told you why. So anyway, with that being said, and if you see the logo right here on the shirt, Hawkeye, burn this one, man. You said put it on high. I put it on high. It burned a little, and I didn't move it around. I sat it in one spot for 1 minute. I followed Weapon's laughing because he knows I follow directions to a T. You give me some directions, I'm gonna follow the directions. and I think I turned my iron up too high. I left it sitting there, but it looks good, man. Doesn't it look good? What do you think? I went out with this olive drab green shirt today. Fits pretty.
Yeah, I have a white one and a black one.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure what shirt I want to put those on yet, or if I want to put one on a hat.
I'm going to buy another shirt because I got my black one today in the mail.
Yeah, mine just came today too.
Thank you, Mr. Hawkeye. Appreciate that,
brother.
my friend. And I'm going to go back and probably buy a red, maybe a yellow shirt, maybe a red one. I don't know. Black one's going on another shirt at some point, maybe on a red one, so I can still wear it with this hat. So, anywho, I don't know. Did we get any? Yeah, what can you say? You didn't. My iron was just a little too hot, but that's all right. It still looks good. I'm happy with it. It's not like I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna rep BT all day, every day. But we need some more. Hey guys, Ricky and Ryan, when you go over to the website, there's a section called what did I call it? Bonuses. Builders Tribe bonuses.
Yeah, I believe so.
There's some stuff in there that was donated, and if you need some parts, let me know. You might be able to get them. So I don't know. Take a look. Anyway,
I like stuff.
Yeah, I don't think we got any new ones this week, but guess what? If your name is on a list and you're the only one on the list, you may get a package this week. Because if you're on the list, you either wanted it or needed it. So guess what? Where is it? Hold on. Where'd I put it? Hold on a second. Oh, there it is. I just went to the store today. I bought a new package of envelopes. So there's a lot of things going out this week in envelopes.
Shiny.
Yes. So everybody that won last week wasn't able to get to the store. I didn't have enough envelopes. I went to the store today to make sure these go out tonight. Well, tomorrow morning. I'm going to print the labels tonight. They're going out tomorrow morning. So, and Blade Boy, I still have yours over here. So you should get them by the weekend if I send it out tomorrow. Cool? Cool. What time we got? 10:39. Man, I want to do drawings for something, man. What do we got? What haven't we given away? Oh, I still got some more coins here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. I still got what I got? 3 coins. Feel like giving some coins away. You guys want some of these coins? Builders Tribe 2022. This is the last 3 of the initial batch of coins. So, Mr. Somebody in the chat, tell me what hashtag we should put up for the coins. Come on, guys. I want to see some suggestions. What hashtag should we put up to win the coins? I'll wait while I pull up the.
Give it a couple seconds for some answers to start rolling in.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the screen. So /give.
Okay, said coins.
That's too easy. Come on, I need a hashtag. I can't even pull this thing up. Somebody. I'm with that. I'm not even gonna put it up on the screen because I don't want to get us shut down. But I'm with that. Everybody in the chat, you can see what Matt Adams 117 just put up. Make it all one word, Matt. Make it all one word.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. ATF director and 3 others called to testify before Congress. I meant to say that Congress is getting involved because they're like, what the fuck?
Here's the thing with this bumbling, intrusion on our rights. If this gets stricken down completely in court, it's going to take away a lot, and I mean a lot of credibility that the ATF has. A shit ton. So the next time they try to do something like this, it's going to get looked at like that again.
Yep. It's
the little boy who cried wolf. If you
know, I think they thought that we was just going to go running away with our fingers and our our thumbs in our mouths and curl up in the fetal position in the corner and take it. Nah, your name is not LL Cool J. Take that.
No, thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah, really. It just nonsense. So we're going to be doing 3 draws for the coins. We got 3 coins and we got 3 winners that are going to get them. So
looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, guys, 5. Look in the chat and post up the hashtag. The hashtag is in the chat, guys. I'm not going to put it on the screen because this is going to go. This is going to stay up, so I don't want to put anything like that up on the screen. However, if you put the hashtag in there, you are automatically entered. You don't have to put it more than once because you can only enter once. So
we got a late viewer here. We got Ed Levance showed up here.
Ed Levance,
we'll go back over the hashtag drawing.
Yeah, man, we're hashtagging for the coins. Anybody who want a coin, all of these have JMD on it. If you have a coin and it doesn't have JMD on it, you might want to enter to get one of these. There we go. This one, and they're all a little different. As you can see, I'm trying to get this right on the camera. These 2 are identical. And are these? All of these are identical. But the other side is different. This one says Builders Tribe 2022. This one says 2022 Builders Tribe. And this one also says 2022 Builders Tribe. Just a little bit different way it says it. So anyway, ATF's controlled by whoever is in power at the time. So vote these efforts out in 24. That is true. That is absolutely true. The problem I have is when you have control to do things. All right, let me just say this. The whole time that prior to Obama, President Obama, Republicans were in power. They did absolutely diddly squat for the Second Amendment or for gun rights. When Donald Trump was in there, he did things that went against the Second Amendment and your gun rights, mainly the bump stock that's now been overturned. So to vote him out does not mean things will get better. That's the problem. Because, see, one of the main things that I can say about the Democratic Party, they move as a unit. They fight as a unit. They don't fight one-on-one. However, and some people will disagree with me, and that's okay. We can discuss it. We can talk about it. When the Republicans are in power, now, and I'm not one or the other. I don't claim allegiance to any party. Okay. I hate politics. Okay. Unfortunately, we have to talk about politics sometimes. The Republicans don't move as a unit. There's too many people. Everybody wants credit. Everybody wants their piece of the pie, but nobody wants to contribute to the freaking pie. Okay. And I'm making a generality. So don't hit me in the comments with hate. I'm making a general statement. Okay. By and large, the Democrats, I mean, you saw it when Michael Bloomberg went to war with the Second Amendment. Everybody moved with Michael Bloomberg. Moms demand action. The president, even Donald Trump did shit. He let a lot of stuff happen in a lot of states and just was like, well, it don't affect me. So, you know what I'm saying? So just to say we're going to vote him out in 24, that's great. If you don't agree with the policies that are being enacted, great. Vote. Okay. However, there are some things with any party. There are some things you like, some things you don't like. It's just a matter of, can you put up with the things you don't like? I can't put up with the fact that you're infringing on my Second Amendment right or anybody else's Second Amendment right in whatever capacity. So when you go to vote. Just vote, people. Just vote, period. I'm not going to tell you how to vote. Not my place. I have to vote with my conscience. You vote with your conscience, but vote. Don't just do nothing. Don't say, we got this. Nobody likes Joe Biden or the administration, so we got this. Yeah. That's how Donald Trump got into power, because everybody thought the Democrats were going to beat Donald Trump. That didn't happen. Why? Vast majority of people that should have got out and vote didn't vote. So I do believe that in this next vote in 2024, there's going to be a lot more people come out for,
oh yeah,
I'm not going down that road. I was about to say something that's going to get me in trouble. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. We're not going to get into politics, guys. If you want to talk politics over on the forum, there is a section called Politically Speaking. You can go over and you can talk all the politics you want. I probably will not get involved. However, I will be watching. I subscribe to every category in the forum. So go on over there. Let's talk about it. Chop it up. I don't have a problem as long as everybody stays respectful and don't get into hate speech and all of that and all of if you start hating, disagreeing is one thing, hating is another. Hate speech will not be tolerated on the forum, so let's not do that, people. But you can absolutely talk about it. We're not going to shut anybody's voice down unless you're just out of hand. So and don't start talking about, oh, you're silencing my freedom of speech. Well, you have the freedom to say whatever you want, just not in my house. I mean, seriously, I hate when people, I'm going to go there. I hate when people scream about freedom of speech. The freedom of speech, the First Amendment says you can say whatever you want to say. It doesn't say you can say it anywhere you want to say it. Because if you walk in my house, if you walk in my house and scream,
the government doesn't have the right to infringe upon it. That doesn't mean that if you're inside of my house acting a fool, that I don't have the right to staple your mouth shut.
Put the smack down on you. Exactly. Exactly. You won't say nothing much for you come in my house talking a bunch of bull crap. You're either going to end up outside. That's going to be the first thing I'm going to ask you to leave. You don't leave and you still want to talk. And I'm tying this up to the forum. If you still want to talk in the forum, but you do being reckless about it, you're going to end up outside, period. So say what you want to say. Just don't say everything you want to say in my house. And this is our house, not just my house, our house. So anyway, let's go ahead and give definitely.
Mr. Bernie, I completely agree, brother.
Yep. For sure. I believe in obviously we're doing this show, so I believe in the First Amendment. Because we get to say whatever the hell we want to say. We just know certain things not to do so we can keep our voice going. Just like anything. Mr. Bernie, most politicians will lie for a vote. Absolutely. That's part of the thing. They lie all the way through all of the debates, everything. Two politicians will fight for what is right, regardless of self-interest. Absolutely. Agreed. We are definitely agreed there. It is what it is. But anyway, let's give some things away. So we only got 6 people that want this. Okay, everybody's got a 50% chance the first time out.
Go back through, see if there's any I missed. Nope.
Nope. I mean, it automatically counts. So if whoever puts in hashtag FATF, it's automatically entered. So let me go ahead and share the screen so we can see. We're going to give away 3. Share screen and the tab. Share. All right. So there we are. So let's see. Give me 1 second. I have to. All right, here we go. All right, guys, here we go. First draw. It will advance, yeah. Professional liars. Agreed. Darth Dav 757. Mr. Darth Dav. Congratulations, sir. Appreciate it. All right. So as with every time with this, we are going to, if you win a second time for this prize, we're going to draw again. Because we can't take the names off of there. So next one up. Next one up. Matt Adams. All right, Mr. Adams. All right. You get yourself a coin. And I'm just going to send them randomly. All right, and one more draw. I want to see one of the new guys win. So I don't know if Ryan is still with us or if he Ed Levance. Okay. Ricky, you almost had it, man. You almost had it. So maybe next time when we do another, if you join us again and we do another draw, you'll win. So all right, so that's it for the coins, guys. We definitely appreciate it. We lost a few viewers, man. I guess 3 people didn't want to hear us talk about didn't want to hear us talk politics. That's all right. It's all good. Or some people had to go to sleep. So either way, appreciate everyone being here.
We gained a few back.
We gained a few back. Okay, cool. Maybe they got kicked off temporarily. Who knows? I don't know. But we appreciate all of you. If you're watching this on replay, we appreciate all of you taking the time out to get this far and watch the replay. Because we do get quite a few people that watch the replay the next day. I mean, I know it's late in the hour for many people on the East Coast because we have to get up and go to work in the morning. You'll donate your coin to Ricky as a welcome. Monty just came in. That's one of the people that came in. Hey, Ricky. Hey, go over. Darth Dav is going to donate his coin to you as a welcome to the forum and to the live stream. So go over to the forum. And I've put it up several times already, but I'm going to put it up again. builderstribe.org. Sign up, create an account, and hit RAMjetta in the DMs. Let me know your name, address, and email address. All right. So Ricky Cash, hit me over there so I can send out your coin to you. And thanks, Darth Dav, man. That is a heck of a welcome to a new face in the crowd. So That's what's up. Hey, tell us how you really feel, Monty.
M. Adams is donating his to Ryan as well.
All right, Ryan, if you are still here, go over to the forum and hit me up. So create a free account, go to DMs or go to message. Guys, download the Wix app. It's a lot easier than trying to go through.
The app is so much nicer.
The app is so much easier to go through rather than trying to use the browser. And send me to send me your information, name, address, email, so I can send it out to you. All right. So the sooner you send me your address and information, the sooner I can send it out to you. And everything is encrypted, and it doesn't go any further than me. So if you're worried about your information. Yeah, Monty, we with you, man. We with you. So if you catch the rest of the broadcast, you can see we're with you. But we got 10:57, man. You got any last words, Mr. Weapon XYZ?
No, man. Build on. Keep building. Keep building. Keep an eye out for 80% to start popping up again here shortly. I am sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure that Paul and Rady will probably do something similar to what they did when the whole frame rule first came up. They were sending people to another site to get them. I have a feeling that that's probably what they'll do here again, probably at the beginning stages of coming back online.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And if you guys want to see the injunction, the PDF injunction, I just put in the chat the link that will take you to it. I don't expect anyone to write that out, but if you go to that link, and let me try something here. That link should work. So if you're in the chat,
I can tell you.
Yeah, somebody click on that link and see if it works for me.
Yeah, it works, brother.
It works. All right, cool. So that way you guys can read it for yourself. I don't even know how many pages it is.
It's
not that many.
Garland and Vanderstock.
Yeah, it's not that many pages. But it goes into it's 11 pages. So it's not even that long, double spaced. So you should be able to read it easily. And that tells you word for word what the injunction is and what it covers. So with that being said, guys, we are going to bid you guys a farewell and a good night. We thank you for being here. I hope you've gotten value. If you have gotten value, guys, please click that thumbs up so we can help build the channel and go a little further. And hopefully by this time next year, we'll have more than 100 people watching at one time, because we're all about sharing the information. Next week, you guys want to talk about concealed? For free. You guys want to talk about concealed carry clothing next week? How about that?
Yeah,
we can talk about that.
Or how about this, folks? We got a few minutes here. I would like to see a post put up in the forum for an everyday carry pocket dump. Maybe we'll do a show on that one of these days where we'll show everybody's pocket dumps.
Let's do it next week.
Want to do that next week?
We can do that next
on
week.
Board for that? Can we get
EDC pocket dump EDC. Yes, let's do it.
And that can be your factory builds, your factory firearms, your Paul and Rady's, whatever you carry on the daily, your keys, your wallet, whatever. If you're going to do your keys, if you're going to show your keys in a photo, just don't show the actual key itself, because there are morons there on the web that will try to copy your key for whatever monetary gain reason they have to do that. But yeah, I'd love to see that.
Okay. EDC pocket dump. That's the subject for next week. I will be putting that out before I go to sleep. That'll be one less thing I got to do next week. All right. So EDC pocket dump. What's in your pocket?
You see, I've been playing this almost the whole show. This is my keychain I carry everywhere. Single unit, carries 4 keys and a pry bar. So full keychain and folding pry bar.
I'm not even going to say what that looks like.
Yes, I know. Get that a little closer to that.
Okay, and with that being said, guys,
I believe the pry bar was made by Gerber.
Oh my goodness, man! I tell you what, this show, man, I think appreciate it. Next week, yes, we know that's exactly what it looks like. I think that's what Weapon measures himself up against. But he can't tell you. He can't dispute what I said because I just silenced him. He can't even fight it. All right, guys.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Till next week. We love you. We'll talk to y'all later. Next week, EDC Pocket Dump. We out.